in the previous section, we have seen that the Fabric Contract API, which is a library, it provides the contract interface and it has two critical classes, which is contract and context. So in a Pharma Ledger contract, and so we are going to have the implementation our own smart contract implementation. So in our Pharma Ledger contract implementation, we'll extend the details of a contract from the default built-in contract class, which is the contract which you can see from the above code, and we have internally imported that using the Fabric Contract API. Now inside this, so when we write class Pharma Ledger extends contract, meaning our Pharma Ledger contracts get all the properties which are there built in that contract class. Now let us see what do you mean by constructor. So in this constructor, we are going to use this namespace, which is org.pln.pharmaledger contract. So this name that what you are seeing, this gives a very descriptive and unique namespace for our contract. And giving a unique namespace is very important when you write a smart contract, because if you have multiple smart contracts in your chain code, as we already know, chain code is a bunch of smart contracts. If you have multiple smart contracts in your chain code, it is very difficult to identify your namespace or your smart contract. So namespace are very important to identifying your smart contract. Then you have a method called async instantiate, which takes context as a parameter, which is a mandatory parameter that you are passing if you have to pass in order to write any method in your smart contract file. So async instantiate is the method that you can call once you install and instantiate your chain code on the ledger. So instead of invoking a transaction which is gonna perform some business task, you're gonna just invoke this instantiate transaction, which is gonna give output as instantiate the Pharma Ledger contract, which internally means everything is successful and your smart contract is good to go and you can execute the transactions further. So this is the main advantage of writing an instantiate method like this. That is about writing the smart contract in the initial stages. Now let us look into how to write all the transactions which are related to our project specific Pharma Ledger contract. See you in the next section.